And now back to Matthew Hatfield and that evil basketball coach. Blast you, Ed Young!
All right, we are back here on 757 Sports Talk. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel with CoVA Sports TV, as we now have a special guest with us. He is the four-star wide receiver from the Oscar Smith Tigers in Chesapeake, headed to play his college football for the Wolverines of Michigan. We say hello to the young fella, Travis Johnson, with us. Travis, good morning and congratulations. I know you've been bombarded with all kinds of messages. Congratulations. Long day for you. You feeling
Yes,
all right?
sir. Yes, sir. I'm good. Appreciate you.
Well, thanks, and big ups to your mom and Tiffany for helping us wrangle you, because you are a busy man this time of year. I mentioned you had a list of finalists that was pretty impressive. Penn State, South Carolina, Indiana, Virginia Tech. I'm probably missing a few. Nearly 40 scholarship offers. You've had a decorated career at Oscar Smith, earning All-State, All-Tidewater a couple of different times, and last season having over 1,000 yards. I think it was about 17 touchdown catches to go with your 63 grabs. Everybody says they love you. Everybody says they want you. What was different about Michigan? Why them?
The connection with Michigan was different. Me with Coach Moore, Coach Bellamy, and my VA guys going to Michigan. So it's the connection was really different with Michigan, and Coach Bellamy, the receiver coach, him already going to Michigan. That's just different. So he knows a lot about Michigan. So I definitely trust him, man. Yeah, I'm ready to roll.
Now, my cohort here is a former basketball coach, one over 500 games at one of the district rivals at Nansemond River, and I know he'll be intrigued by this, but tell the folks your story, because you had a back injury your freshman year. Obviously, dad played West Virginia, older brother goes there. You're coming up, and basketball was your first love before football in a lot of ways, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. So I started playing basketball when I was 3, started playing football when I was probably around 6. Then I stopped playing football until 8th grade. Then I picked it back up in middle school. Then I really liked it, so I kept playing in 9th grade. My first offer came the summer before 9th grade, our first game. So yeah, then I just played my last basketball season this past year.
For you, recruiting, it's busy, it's hectic, but I imagine you're glad to get it over with and get up to Ann Arbor and get that experience after your senior season. And you got a pretty darn good quarterback. You can tell the audience about him, Mr. Underwood, Bryce Underwood. You're looking forward to catching passes from, huh?
Well, yes, sir. Bryce is definitely a great person on and off the field. Definitely a leader, and he can definitely spin the ball. He's a great quarterback. We're looking forward to play with him.
We're chatting with Travis Johnson. He's the four-star wide receiver from Oscar Smith in Chesapeake, our guest here on 757 Sports Talk on CoVA Sports TV. Like, share, and subscribe, as he picked the Michigan Wolverines over more than 30 scholarship offers, an all-state performer and one of the best in the country, Ed.
First of all, Travis, congrats to you. I'm really excited for you.
Thank you.
Wishing you a great career.
You there, Ed?
I got him. We got him. I was hoping in state, because I love seeing our good kids go in state. And then I was looking at Penn State. I know they were on you hard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm originally from that area, not too far away from University Park State College, where Penn State is located. And as you said, you picked Michigan. You told Matt, you told us why Michigan fits what you do better. And I see that. Have they said anything to you about in terms of how they're going to use you? I think you're one of the best wide receivers in the country. I think you're tremendous at that type of basketball wide receiver, where you can go up and get the Hail Mary pass. You can take it from a D-back or a safety very easy, because you have great hands. But has Michigan said anything about how they plan to play you?
They see me at the X and Z because I'm very versatile. This year in high school, I'll be playing slot. So yeah, they see me at the X and the Z.
So it looks like, and see, I was thinking of pass. Michigan wasn't a big passing team.
Yes, sir.
They were kind of more grounded through the pass as necessary, but that has changed, obviously. And bringing in a top receiver like you, it has definitely changed, because they got to get you the ball in space.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is the maybe one or two best things you bring to that slot position or to that team?
I bring a deep threat receiver that can definitely win on one-on-one. I can definitely take a 5-yard ball, 70 yards, and yeah. So I bring a very versatile athlete to Michigan.
Now, let me ask you, let's go on the academic side. Any idea what you're looking to major in?
Sports management.
Sports management? Okay.
Sports management.
So, and then eventually, what would that degree do for you? Sports agent?
I want to be a I want to be a coach after my playing days.
Are you, Travis? Are you crazy?
I want to be a coach after my playing days.
Are you sure you want to get into coaching?
Yes, sir.
Lord Jesus, help me. Now that means you're gonna have to deal with a whole lot of Travis nonsense, right?
Yes,
You do know
sir.
that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But again, if they're as talented as you, work as hard as you do, I saw the last time I saw you real up close was your sophomore year. I coached in Anza River, and if I'm not mistaken, we kind of got a lapse on the weak side, and you got a dunk. You turned around and you looked at me. I don't know if you said, "Coach, ain't nobody can cover me" or something, but I forgive you for that.
Yeah. Appreciate you.
For a second here, obviously commitments of two other highly ranked guys, and Markel Dabney from Huguenot linebacker, Andre Clark from Hermitage defensive back. How did they needle you? And I've also heard and read through the grapevine that Shamari Earls, a guy from Virginia, played at Thomas Dale, they were all kind of nudging you come join a connection via. Tell us a little bit about that if you can.
So I actually committed on my OV, so I was actually recruiting them guys, but they announced it before me, so they started recruiting me after. So yeah, then Shamari definitely played a big role in it. Definitely my guy. Yeah, I definitely can't wait to get an A&R with them guys.
I want to know how excited Mom is about this, because I know I mentioned earlier before you came on with Coach Young here that she's logged a lot of miles traveling the country for you and your brother Tori, who's now at Southern Miss after playing at West Virginia. I know her and your entire family in general have to be so thrilled that this is now done and excited for that next chapter after this coming season with Oscar Smith.
She was definitely ready for this to be over with. This process has been very stressful, and she's very relieved. And yeah, she's very happy for me, though. I'm proud.
Says you could ask a ton of questions from us in the media, but who did you seek advice from during this whole process of recruiting? Was it, family members, mom, dad, coaches? And what were the things you were asking, trying to figure out and find out as you ultimately made a decision and settled on school?
Me and my mom talked a lot about this. She just always told me to remain humble and always pray about it. And yeah, just keep your faith in God, and He's never going to do you wrong.
A question for Travis?
Well, the big thing, though, Travis, we're talking about how you made your decision when it came down to you feel comfortable with the Michigan people and all that. You're talking about your major, sports management. All of that is good. I'm going to jump way ahead, and I hope I'm not jumping too far. Do you see yourself in the NFL someday? Is that definitely a goal of yours?
Yes, sir, for sure. That's the goal. That's the plan.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought. And I'll be honest with you, I told Matt after I watched some of your film, even though you're not even had your senior year yet, I said, that young man will play in the NFL. Based on the skill that I see you, as long as your head keeps fitting inside that helmet, you're on your way. You're on your way. Now, I got to ask you, when did that dream really start for you? And what have you done above all what everybody else does? Because not many people get to the NFL to kind of put yourself in that situation.
That journey really started in 8th grade because I wanted to go to the NBA before that because I'm really a basketball player. But what I've done, I worked really hard, and I always keep the mindset I'm the best player on the field. So yeah, that's definitely the dream, and it'll stay the dream until I achieve it.
Favorite NFL team?
Chicago Bears.
I'm assuming that's where you want to go.
No, it don't really matter. NFL's NFL, so it don't go with me.
It doesn't really matter. Whoever pays well.
What's there?
I get that.
Yeah.
Cool. Now that the commitment's out of the way, how will this help you be even better in your senior year?
Because I don't have to worry about college recruitment in my senior year, so I can just really focus on football and just football. So it definitely helped me a lot.
And of course, Matt has mentioned to your mom Tiffany, and I've not had the pleasure of meeting her. I've seen her. She's very active on the sidelines, but in a good way. Very supportive of you, all your endeavors. So I got to imagine with that first NFL check, Mom's going to be taken care of.
Yes, sir, for sure.
All right, I like that. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
Stick around because coming up next, it's Fact or Fiction with the coach Ed Young, matching wits against the Oscar Smith four-star wide receiver and new Michigan commit Travis Johnson right here on 757 Sports Talk on CoVA Sports TV.
And 5-7 Saturday Sports Talk. Here are Matt Hatfield and Coach Ed Young.
Here before we play the Fact or Fiction game with you and Coach Young. Travis, a chance to shout out anything to the Michigan fans before we do that here. I know you've got a lot of new fans and followers and those that are certainly going to be watching your every step here moving forward.
I'm ready to get to Ann Arbor. Go Blue.
Ready to get to Ann Arbor, go blue is what he says. All right, we have Coach now back with us. All right, this is a game that we love to see people come on and beat Coach Young's butt. So are you ready to do it? I know it's been a long night, long 24 hours for you here on Independence Day weekend. You think you can get this done for us?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Ed, you ready to knock this out against Travis Johnson?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Travis Johnson and Ed Young in Fact or Fiction, the four-star wide receiver commit from Oscar Smith headed to Michigan. All right, first question, Travis, this is how the game works. We ask you each a question. You guess fact, meaning true, fiction, not true. It's worth a point. Last question is worth 2 points. So here we go. You're our guest, and you get to go first here. All right, fact or fiction, Travis. Tim Smith's 1,687 receiving yards from 2008 for Oscar Smith is still recognized as the most in a season in the VHSL record book. Is that fact or fiction?
Fact.
He says it's a fact. Ed, is this fact or fiction? Tim Smith's 1,687 receiving yards from 2008 for Oscar Smith is still recognized as the most in a season in the VHSL record book.
Can't see anybody else doing better. I'm going to say fact also.
All right. They both say it's a fact, and I hate to break it to you. It is actually not a fact. Believe it or not, Tim has the most receiving yards in a season for Oscar Smith, which I'm sure Travis, healthy season, Laura will in 15 games. You got a shot to break that, but the most receiving yards in a season in VHSL history is actually Michael Partlow from John Hanley, 1871 receiving yards back in 1994. Tim is third behind him and Matt Zenolato from Lake Braddock. So neither one of you get a point here, but that's all right, Travis. You're not trilling in this game just yet. And you're good for comebacks, as you've shown at Oscar Smith, including last year in the state finals. So we'll get Coach Young question number 2 first here. All right, Ed, former U.S. President Gerald Ford played college football at Michigan. Is that a fact or is that fiction?
Fact.
He's going to say it's a fact. Travis, do you agree with Coach that Gerald Ford did play college football at Michigan?
Yes,
or
sir.
is it fiction?
That's a fact.
Look at that. See, he answered that with confidence, Ed, because he knows it. He knows his stuff. Unlike you, who just took a guess at it, I'm sure. It is a fact.
I knew it.
You knew it, okay.
That's all they talked about when he was president.
There you go. Played center and linebacker, led the Wolverines to an undefeated season in national championships in 32 and 33. They retired as number 48 in 1994. You probably saw that retired number on your visit, didn't you?
Probably.
You don't remember that. You're good. You're
Yeah.
good. All right. Question number 3, Travis. It's 1-1. We're tied up here. You get to go first for question number 3. It's a Michigan question. Anthony Carter holds the record for most receiving yards in Michigan history with 3,076. Is that a fact or is that fiction?
Fiction.
Fiction. All right, Ed. Do you think Travis is right about this? Or are you going to go? He's going to go fact.
Fact.
Well, hate to break it to you, Ed, and I'm happy to tell you, Travis, that you're right and Ed is wrong here. It is fiction. He does not hold the record for receiving yards. It's actually Braylon Edwards with 35-41 from 2001 to 04. You probably knew that, didn't you, Travis?
Not gonna lie, I didn't.
I'm going to lie, I didn't. Well, now you do. So if anybody ever wonders, there you go. And it's a bar to shoot for when you get there. So Travis takes the lead 2-1, and Ed's up for question number 4 first. Here we go. Ed, Grassfield is the only Southeastern District school to have never beaten Oscar Smith in football. Is that a fact or is that fiction?
I'm going to say fiction.
You're going to say fiction. All right. How about you, Travis?
That's fiction.
Fiction. All right. Well, you're both correct. Any guess from you, Travis? And Ed, you can follow up on who the other Southeastern District school is to never beat Oscar Smith.
Lakeland.
Look at you on top of it. Both of them 24-0.
Mm-hmm.
I think Oscar Smith is 24-0 again. So there you go, Travis. You now lead it 3-2, right? You got a 3-2 lead here. Up a point on. All right. Question number 5, and you get to go first for this one, Travis. Now, that 2-point bonus question is an important point. So here we go. Travis, Western Branch is the only team to keep Oscar Smith out of the end zone twice since 2002. Is that a fact or fiction? Western Branch is the only team to keep Oscar Smith out of the end zone twice since 2002. 2 games.
I go fact.
He's going to go fact. Ed, you're trailing by a point. You going to agree with Travis on this or go fiction?
It's a fact. It's a fact.
It's a fact. All right. And it is a fact because actually your freshman year, you won a game 2-0. You probably remember that. And then also you got to go back to 2002. They lost 58-0. That was Coach Morgan's first year at the helm. All right. So Travis, you have the lead and I have to make you go first with the 2-point bonus question because if you don't, then what happens here is, you could easily just copy get the win. So we got to do it this way. All right. You ready for the all important 2-point bonus question?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. To beat Coach Young. You're a winner. You know how to do this. Ohio State, you can't even say that school's name now, has the most number 1 overall picks in NFL draft history. Is that a fact or is that fiction?
Fiction.
Fiction. All right, Ed. You going to agree with it?
It is fiction, but I have to say fact because if I agree with them, I automatically lose. If I say fact and I am wrong, but I'm not. So I'm going to say fact.
He sounds pretty upset about that, doesn't he? He sounds like kind of like he's in a bad mood.
Notre Dame has the most number 1.
No, Notre Dame doesn't. You're wrong about that too, being the Irish fan that you are. And I'm surprised you didn't try to offer Travis all kinds of things to go to Notre Dame. It is indeed fiction. Ohio State's had 3. LSU's had 3. Stanford and Auburn's had 4. Oklahoma, Notre Dame, and Georgia have had 5. But USC, Southern Cal, has the most with 6. As there you go, Travis. Congratulations on your commitment and the win here in Fact or Fiction. And Coach I don't know if he can give you a prize pack or what he can do. I don't know. We'll figure out something since he lost to you and you're the winner. Before we let you run, we have to ask you too about this coming season at Oscar Smith. Pretty stoked and excited about what's in store for you guys trying to go back to back?
Yes, sir. Definitely. We're going to go back to back and we're working towards that. But yeah, you'll definitely see another state championship out of us this year.
And first game is it Gonzaga out of DC up there?
Yes, sir. For sure.
So they play a pretty big game. Ed, you need to go be our traveling reporter and go cover that game for us up there in DC. You can sideline reporting that for us.
What I have for Travis. Travis, will you continue the whole school year and play hoops, or are you going to be graduating early?
Early.
Okay.
So you will not be on the hardwood this year. When nobody get a chance to see you.
No, sir. Yeah, that was my last previous season.
Okay. We definitely wish you the best.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
We appreciate you coming on and doing this for us, and thank your mom as well. And we look forward to seeing the gridiron here soon.
Okay, yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Travis Johnson, our guest here on 757 Sports Talk, the Michigan man committed to play for the Wolverines. We'll take a timeout. We've got more coming your way here on 757 Sports Talk. Don't touch that dial. You're watching CoVA Sports TV.
Hampton Roads has a long-running high school and college sports tradition. It's time to give them the spotlight they deserve. This is 757 Sports Talk.
Usually it's Hatfield. That's why I try to tell everybody, get on Hatfield. He is the legal scribe, the talking head that knows all this, puts the whammies on. We do things different on this podcast. That's why we're rated number 3 in the state.
You got Play-Doh? Get out of here!
We've got people all over the globe watching with us. Sitting in a phone booth with you would be very...
we got to have your own phone booth. I'm not sitting in a phone booth with you.
It is 757 Saturday Sports Talk here on CoVA Sports TV.